Sagittarius, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-September 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Saggies. Hope you're all doing fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going, my gods. Talk to me. What do we got for the Saggy people out there? What energies, messages, insights do we have for our good friends? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Saggy. Please, my gods, talk to me. What's happening for my good friends, my fellow fire signs? Okay. Yeah, this has been an energy that's been looming for other fire signs for a couple weeks now. We see this lovely lady with that purple dress, really cool card, but there is some sort of connection to the past. Even though this is like a week forward with this reading, we're looking at this week and going forward. This one's looking backwards. So there could be situations of your past that are connected in a prominent way. This could also be a big communication card as well. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about it. So again, the lovely lady with the awesome dress, notice she is holding that letter and looking behind her. Now, the reason I know this is a card that connects to the past is because within this specific deck, there's another card that has this image but smaller, where it's like somebody reflecting about her and she's reflecting about that other person. So there is this kind of reminiscent or reminiscing type of energy when this shows up. There could be a longing for something or even somewhere when this is in the mix. So don't be surprised if there is a certain place or a person or something you're longing for when this card shows up, and could be someone having those feelings for you as well. Now, aside from reminiscing or situations from the past possibly swinging back around, notice she's holding a letter. There's birds and stuff too, so this could speak about communication. So whether it's an important one coming up or just the prominence of clear, concise communication, we'll just have to see what shows up within the reading itself. But I always feel like there's extra layers veiled within this card, right? But there's a longing here. We're just going to put her down for now. Let's get into tarot. And I always say with the first card here, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. So let's shuffle it up one time here for the beautiful Saggies. What do we got? We got it. And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled A Massive Change. Now, I always say that life is all about change. Everything is always evolving, unless it's stagnant, right? But I did feel for a lot of you, there's big shifting energy on the precipice for you, that there could be various different life changes, circumstances with people, living situations, work situations. To me, it just felt like, depending on what your story was, there was something major about to pop up. So let's see what shows up for you this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this out hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. So let's get it going. 3 cards for the Saggies. What is happening? Mid-September. Thank you. Okay, so we're starting off with the 7 of Swords. Okay, if you're a reader, you know why I'm making that little face there. You always got to be a little skeptical when you see some 7 of Swords energy. Now, it does not have to be bad. It could just be a little mysterious, veiled type of energy, but it's not the best place I like to start from. Let's get a couple more. Thank you. Strength. Okay, for some of you, there could be certain things you're resisting in this time. Okay, whether it's behaviors, whether it's habits, whether it's thoughts, like you name it. Let's get some more. Let's get one more to start us off. Thank you. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so at the very least, we have a very positive card here on the back end that we're going to have to look at. Now, I feel like this reading does have some mixed energy. It's a mixed bag, so there could be a lot of layers here. So let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first look, first glance, even elementally, it's like we have a little bit of everything happening here. We have some air, we have fire, we have earth. Now, for a portion of you, if there's certain things that are a little volatile right now, with this mixture of energy, this could be the calming influence that's going to come up. But again, like with the mixture of things, like we have the mysterious energy, the resistant, determined energy, then we have a good result. There could be a struggle that you overcome, or there could be a situation where you start seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, which can be good, because I am possibly seeing a push towards victory. So let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out, because I feel like there's a lot of layers, whether this is different situations or different aspects of the same thing. Position number one, we're starting with the Seven of Swords. So we see our pal there with the little fez on, making away with those swords. And I always say you got to be a little cautious when this card shows up, because it could represent needing to watch something a little closer. This isn't the most trustworthy type of energy. So maybe some of you, there's a person or situation you're very skeptical or on guard about. And it might rightfully be so when this is here. In its roughest sense, this could represent people that we shouldn't really give all of our trust to. It could represent thieves, it could represent liars and stuff like that. But I don't want to go full negative, because all cards have two sides of a coin. The positives of the Seven of Swords, it could just represent some mystery, something we don't know yet, something that hasn't materialized. So I don't want everyone to go worst case scenario right off the jump. Of course, this could be something you're very skeptical of, and it could be someone you need to watch out for. But at the same time, it just might be surprising or unexpected energy. And we'll see, hopefully, with the way the energy's starting to flow. And we'll have to see whether this is a warning or not. Now, moving to the center, we have the Strength card. This is a good energy to couple against this Seven of Swords. I will say that. For a portion of you might be connected to Leo, and Strength is here. Very angelic energy. If you're not connected to Leo, when I see this card, I think of character, who someone is as a person, who someone is on the inside. So you see what I mean? This could either be really good or it could be really rough next to the Seven of Swords, because it's the fire-air combination, which could be explosive and volatile, which I've seen for you in recent weeks. So for a portion of you, maybe there is a person that you should be keeping at an arm's length. But for another portion of you, if you're really resisting something, like I said, whether it's a behavior, whether it's a habit, whether you're on a journey of self-improvement, this could be a fantastic energy, because this is inner strength of determination to, this energy stands no chance. Like if you are strong and resolute. I don't know why these interesting words are coming up, but now when strength is in its challenge, I always say that this card could represent caving in on something or giving in to something. So keep that in mind. Like for a portion of you, there might be temptation in one form or another when we see these together. Now on to the back end, while we get Strength right back there, we have the 10 Pentacles. One of the best cards in the whole entire deck. This is a very sturdy, stable type of energy, and does speak to stability. So all these energies here in the front, this could be the end result, which could be good. So maybe these are growing pains of some sort. The 10 of Pentacles is level up type of energy. So I do think of wins. I do think of victories. I think of more material abundance. I think of stability, like I mentioned. Now, for a portion of you, this could represent home, living situation, property, real estate. This could represent family and family connections as well. So there's a lot of ways this can go. But when we get to the trouble with the 10 of Pentacles, it's so earthy and there's so much pentacle energy that it could be stubborn. It could be an energy that's really difficult to move through. So I guess it really depends on what these clarifiers say coming up, because again, there could be something you're going to overcome and there could be a big victory coming in, but at the same time, there might be a bit of a struggle. There might be a bit of a back and forth happening. So I want to dive deeper on all of it, Saggy. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we have with that Seven of Swords, please? What do we have? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 7. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Saggy, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, 7 of Swords time. I really want to get to that 10 of Pentacles, but we will. Let's see where the 7 is here. Why is that 7 of Swords here for Saggy? Thank you. Sun. Okay. Revelation. Okay, so for a lot of you, you might be seeing things clear in the very near future. Notice that this 7 of Swords is surrounded by Leo energy, which is connected to the sun. So I do feel for a portion of you, whatever it may be. I mean, for some of you, it could be very specific. If you have dealings with a Leo, you might be giving them the side eye. Like, I don't know about you. But aside from that, when I see the sun in the upright, this is one of the most positive cards in the whole entire deck. But what does it also speak about? Revealing. Nothing can hide under the rays of the sun. So when we go from like a card that's in the dark and obscured and hidden, and we have the sun here, there's energy revealing things. So for some of you, whether it's information that comes to light, whether it's revelations from within, because a lot of you could be having eureka aha moments where it's like, okay, now it makes sense. Now I see why that person's doing this, or now I see why I reacted that way. So for a lot of Saggies, which I know are very strong philosophical thinkers, most of you are, when I see the Seven of Swords with the sun, to me, it's like, aha, I got it. Now, aside from that, there could be various pieces of information coming to the surface or showing their true colors. That could be another thing for some of you. There could be certain individuals where you see it for what it is, or like they're showing their true colors. So don't be surprised, whether it's information or a person's behavior. But again, the sun is very positive. So when I see cards like the sun and strength and the Ten of Pentacles, this one energy in the front doesn't ruin it all, because we could have very, very positive results here on the back end. And aside from that whole message, we could be looking at like an unexpected or a surprising win as well. Okay, aside from the whole revelation message, because this is out of nowhere. So let's keep moving. And I'll try to reaffirm that or see if that reaffirms as we move through. But I mean, that's a good place to start. Let's see what strength has to say, though. Let's see, because we still have a ways to go. So let's go in on strength. So why is it here for my beautiful Saggy friends? What's happening? Why is strength here? Thank you. Okay. Two of Pentacles in reverse. For any of you that are going through trying times or situations right now, and it's been a bit of a struggle for you, you do have what it takes to get through certain situations. That's for sure. There's a really strong inner personality here. This is an extremely resilient energy I'm picking up in the center with a lot of staying power. So again, when we're picking up all these different themes like this in the front, now we have that energy coming up on the back. For some of you, there's like this certain triumphant energy where it's like, I got through it. I did it. There's like a certain sense of accomplishment I'm picking up here, which is a really good thing. So again, we're picking up this victorious type of energy. Now, for any of you that, you feel like the card or the deck has been stacked against you, or there's just something you've been working against for a long time, the finish line could be in sight. And I do feel like for a lot of you, there's a certain sense of accomplishment I'm picking up here. Now, the Two of Pentacles, usually in reverse, it does represent disharmony. It represents problems and tough situations. So that's why I said for a lot of you, yeah, like you got what it takes to move through it. But another thing I'm picking up here, completely intuitive for a lot of you, if you're feeling energetically zapped or tired or anything like that, yeah, you might need a little rest. You might need a little bit of a reprieve to take a break from something. There's nothing wrong with that. So that's like recharging the batteries. Let's keep moving forward. I like it for the most part. So let's see what that Ten of Pentacles has to say. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. So why is the Ten of Pentacles here, please, for the Saggies, guides and spirit team? What is happening? Thank you. Six of Pentacles. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is one of my cards of equality, things balancing. And just like I said, the way the energy is playing, it's like there is a victory coming in. So for a lot of you, again, if there's something you've been struggling against or something that's been ailing you for a while, there's a turnaround in the energy for the better, which is really, really nice. Now, the Six of Pentacles, I do link it to karma, similar to all these bottom row cards. But it's charitable, it's giving, it represents help and assistance. So for some of you, any charitable works in this time, like if you want to do something to help someone out of the kindness of your heart, that's going to pay you back tenfold. Okay, I know it's a very specific message, but we're talking charitable works and things done from the kindness of your heart, you will be repaid back tenfold. When I see this, all this karmic energy showing up here, so that might be a good thing to help make you feel better. But aside from that, it is receiving assistance. Okay, so whether it's from the universe or whether it's from like the physical plane, I feel for a lot of you there could be help on the way. But again, this victorious, balanced type of energy is what I like to see, because the way the energy sweeps through, it's imbalanced here and then it comes into a state of balance. So again, huge, victorious, win-based energy. Now that could apply in a lot of different places in life. It could be financial, it could be work. There is a lot of earth energy here. So for some of you, it could be in the realm of career and finance, but another portion of you, it could just be that stability coming in. And I know Saggy is generally an energy that is on the move, it's on the go, you're a mutable sign, you need a little bit of change in your life from time to time. I feel like this is what the doctor ordered. So for any of you that's been going through something prolonged, it's like, okay, the finish line, it's here. It's almost here. So let's go through and do a quick recap. Lots of messages came through for you this week, so when we take what hits, I mean, to me, it looks like there's a bright ending here. But position number 1, we have the 7 of Swords with the Sun in the upright. So again, there's the energy of revelation and eureka moments, energy coming to the surface. So whether it's information that you didn't know about, but to me, it's like somebody seeing something clearly for what it is. Another portion of you could be an unexpected win as well, aside from those other things. Moving to the center, we have the Strength card with the 2 of Pentacles, you having what it takes to get through a trial or a situation or something that's been tough on you. I do feel like overcoming, and I feel like this really nice energy of victory that gets reaffirmed on the back end with the 10 of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles in the upright. So level up, and it's very much help-based. I did say for a lot of you, anything you do from the kindness of your heart, expect to be returned tenfold. Like that, I don't know why that message came through. It's very specific, especially for charitable works or helping others. But aside from that, like that doesn't even have to play a role. For some of you, there's a beautiful energy coming in. Like the finish line's almost there in a positive way. So victorious, beautiful, very claimable. Please take a screenshot of that if you want to look into it further. So let's see what's in the shadows for you. Let's get a good shuffle here for my Saggies, please. What's in the shadows? And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They can be a good thing. So let's get you one. And yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going. What do we got for Saggy, please? What is in the shadows for my good friends? Thank you. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, that fits in with the whole reading for the most part. So yeah, lucky winner chicken dinner. We have the Wheel of Fortune showing up in the shadows. Now this does link into your planetary ruler. I know Saggy is ruled by Jupiter energy. This is Jupiter energy showing up here, which is extremely expansive and lucky. Okay, so it fits with last week's reading and this week's reading. I feel like this is great. It's a stroke of good luck. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you, if you have a lucky break of some sort, or if just like the universe smiles down upon you when this shows up in the shadows. Now, the one challenging aspect of the Wheel of Fortune is that it could change rather quickly. It could be a situation that is very fluid. It could be something that switches real quick. But with the reading we had and energies I've been picking up, I feel this Wheel of Fortune is extremely expansive, and it connects to that kind of mysterious type of wind-based energy I was picking up in the front. So this is good. This is claimable, I think, for a lot of you. The universe is going to be smiling upon you in the coming days and weeks in a very good way. So yeah, Saggy, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give the details of the September subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the September subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my favorite decks of all time, the beautiful Wizard's Tarot. It's gorgeous and it works great. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, where would you like to go for your dream vacation? What are you manifesting? Let me know. Let's bring it to fruition. You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in the community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you again.